guys. Um, this week we read Editha, and we also read The Luck of Roaring Camp. Um, so the first question this week were, how are women depicted in each of these stories? And the best way that I can put it is, in The Luck of Roaring Camp, women were depicted as not really necessary. Men could handle it on their own. I think a better question would be, how are men depicted in the stories? Um, because in both of the stories, men were supposed to be the heroes, which I guess kind of depicts the women as the opposite. They weren't really necessary, they were manipulative, they were used for certain things, and that's it. Um, do I think Editha was a hero or a villain? I don't think she was a hero in any way. I think she needed one. I think she thought she was a hero. Um, it sounded to me like she was very much manipulating him, George, into going to war, and that was very unfair on her part and on his. Um, on the other hand, I don't think it's so much that she's a villain, so much it is she's extremely narcissistic. She needs someone to pity her. She needs somebody to um, make her sound like the hero. Um, so I guess another opinion of mine would be that men cannot be manipulated. There's no men are above women, women are above men. Men cannot be easily manipulated unless they are letting themselves be manipulated. Um, so I guess that's kind of how I stand on that. I don't feel like it was a good thing to do. I don't feel like she was in the right, but I also don't feel like it was entirely her fault. He had been raised to believe one thing: war was not okay. He wasn't going to go to war, and he went against his beliefs because he was with her, because she continued to put those thoughts into his head. Um, as for the luck of Roaring Camp, excuse me, um, I believe it started out as romanticism in the sense that romanticism was very fantastic. Things were not totally real. In the beginning of the story, the men are like, we can't get rid of this baby. We're going to go ahead and raise it. And no offense to guys, because I know I just said that there is no dominant gender. It seems very unreal to me that a group of men who are criminals, refugees, whatever, can raise a newborn baby totally on their own with no help. Um, so, not only that, but the baby automatically becomes the savior. Um, he saves them. They do the christening for him. He's the hero. Nature is beautiful. Nature is helping them raise him. He's really saved this group of guys, and I think this takes a huge turn at the end into realism when there's a huge storm. A house is completely and utterly destroyed, and all of a sudden, the baby dies. The baby who had been the hero the entire time. I think the end still has touches of romanticism in that to Kentuck, the luck was still the hero. Tell them that I have the luck with me now. He's taking me with him, which is great. But in I don't know, it just seemed a mix of both at the end, not totally realistic, but it did take that turn.